Like so many of the best things in our lives, the journey to creating the Soulful Wedding Roadmap is one that is very unexpected, is full of twists and turns, very organically led me to this moment. It started with getting a call like within my soul to become a hospital and hospice chaplain. Because I didn't come from any specific faith or religion, I found an interspiritual and interfaith seminary, One Spirit Interfaith in Manhattan, where I studied. I graduated from there in 2015, and I began my professional journey to become a chaplain. However, I was already working as a wedding photographer, and so I was seeing interesting parallels. One of the reasons I really wanted to work with death and dying is I had seen from my own experience how we struggle to be present in death and be present to the grief and funerals, and even present to ourselves and each other immediately after death. And I came to see how when you're in a religious community, your religion gives you a framework for all of that. Depending on the religion, some have very specific mandates and calendars even for coming together and taking care of each other, and certain rites that keep you intimate with the loss. And where we are in places that are more secular, we struggle to be intimate with death and loss at our great peril. I could see something similar happening with wedding ceremonies specifically. Most non-religious weddings were very short, and people didn't know how to create or engage in meaningful ritual, and it was a lost opportunity for many people. The ceremony has become, for many people, kind of a formality to get through before getting to the party. And that doesn't mean weddings are meaningless. I have a lot to say about that. There's other rituals that go on that end up having certain meaning, but people actually don't even always realize what they mean to them or why, and that contributes to wedding stress. That's a story for another day. But after I finished my time of seminary, people started asking me to officiate weddings because they knew I had this unique spiritual but not religious path, and they knew I could help people find and create meaning. So I loved doing that. And when I decided to turn my attention to officiating weddings full time, I was able to give my couples more time and attention and energy. And I slowly started creating a really in-depth discovery process that would help me really, really understand them, their values, what this moment means to them, what they want to get out of marriage, and use that to craft a ceremony that perfectly moves them into that meaning of marriage and brings their community together in the way that they really want. When I was doing this full time and going through this discovery process with people, indirectly, this process almost became a form of spiritual counseling, because while I was asking certain questions or guiding conversations to help me understand them so I could create the ceremony, people were starting to understand themselves and each other in a new way. And we started tripping over really important issues, and I would have the opportunity to reflect them back to people. I started slowly at first because I thought, people aren't here for therapy. We're here to create a wedding ceremony. However, I know I'm getting a unique perspective just because of where I'm standing, and I have no agenda, right? So let me just raise this question for them. And people have been really receptive and really grateful to get that new perspective. So the wedding ceremony, the Soulful Wedding Roadmap, essentially grew out of that. And I started tailoring it more to focus on the things that people have going on. I have been amazed to hear the kinds of things that people are thinking about, worried about, confused about, hurt about when they're planning their wedding. And all of us who work in the wedding industry know a lot of us double as therapists because of the issues that come up. But I don't think enough people are taking it seriously. We say wedding planning is stressful, famously so, right? Well, you know what? Your commute is stressful. Wedding planning is being stressful does not honor the deep questions that get stirred up in planning. Basically, anything that is unhealed in your life, whether you know it or not, will get stirred up when planning a community wedding. That is exactly what I'm here for, to treat all of that with tenderness and care and love, and look forward with you.